I guess we can start right now.
Okay. So, here's the first question. I think that seems most uncomfortable for people, and let's cover several things about some life-threatening activities. Give your opinion about the sport, not just type of sport, just some people now indulge in several activities which could injure themselves, or they mostly dies with risk. Yeah. And what's your opinion about such kind of people or such kind of just activities?
I guess people who are engaged in risky exercises probably want to feel energy and get energized from having these things. They feel that they are thriving. They feel themselves really great, and the sense of thrill makes them extremely optimistic, and probably it actually lives up their thoughts and positivity. It helps them to get rid of those negative thinking, and probably their passion actually was the main trigger for being in a good mood, probably.
But there is other side of topic as well. That's the most probable thing to get injured, by this way. Some people really indulge in this. Like their life is no longer important in front of this kind of activities or just for being famous. What do you think? And just they probably want to reach the top of records. Yeah, they yeah, by doing this or by taking several risks, and most of them I know just uh, maybe break their legs and cut down it entirely, or hands, or just other. I mean, they can lose their bodily functions as well by this way. So I know one guy who get used to just using what, I don't know, some kind of things where uh, I cannot express this. That's just injures to their face or to their skin, but they do so because of just having a record, the best record in such a book. Yeah, and in this case, I don't agree with this kind of opinion, in my opinion.
Dears, my internet network is not good. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. So, question is about uh, the life-threatening activities. Like just give your opinion about such activities.
Those, if you didn't understand the word like life threatening, it means that those activities bring your life at the to the risk of death. Okay, like probably they want they want to do such um like life threatening things and record a video mainly because they want to get hyped up and get ephemeral fame on social media. Definitely they are willing to post their videos where they are on the edge of those skyscrapers, and that makes them feel that they are liked by people. They guess that this thing, doing these activities, would definitely bring them fame, but unfortunately I consider it like it will continue for a period of time, not for a long time. So this is one of the reasons why people just are risk takers, try to be risk takers.
Yeah, and again, here I'm going to say the thing. It can negatively influence to those who are just interested in the things they have not realized it yet, in my opinion. Especially in this case, we can take the teenagers as an example. They can see such videos on social media, and after that, it's obvious to imitate. And some kind of videos just provide like script at the end of video. Don't repeat this, don't imitate it, this can endure to your life. Yeah, but some people, especially children, are so energetic and they want to imitate it, in my opinion. But those who have been doing like that, or who have been posting their videos by doing activities such threatening activities, can be more experienced. Maybe they have been doing it for more period of time. But those who are going to imitate just are newcomers, new, and this obviously the worst thing, in my opinion, to take the risk related to death.
Yes, of course, I know about it. This kind of actions or activities are like it preferred by teenagers or by younger people. But but this kind of actions is not preferred by elder people, which has not any energy for doing this situation. And for example, horse riding. Horse riding is really energizing, and I think horse riding action gives a lot of energy, and rehabilitating people get used to or like to riding a horse. It is really amazing, and this kind of people would have interested in this kind of amazing and maybe popular competitions, maybe cars competition or just risk situations.
What students were you talking about? I can't understand.
We're talking about the life-threatening activities, about some sport type of exercises that are risky.
Hello, everybody, and my teacher.
If someone listened to me, am I right?
Yes, dear, I think you're right. And the type of sport that you regard as life-threatening is correct, but not the common type of horse riding. There are some like such kind of horse riding which are so risky. While you are riding the horse, it's not for it's not for the sake of your hobby or just for having enjoyed. I think that's because of competitions, or just you can while you are riding, as I said before, you can fall down by from horse or like that. And this type of horse riding might be dangerous, in my opinion.
Hello, everybody. Can I speak?
Yeah, this kind of competitions or activities are really dangerous or which has a lot of defects for healthy lifestyle or for humans' health.
It's maybe about extreme sports.
Yes, definitely. Those, extreme
Or
sports.
about horse racing sport.
Not only horse
Type of
riding. Yeah, just you need to give your opinion about such activities or type of sports which are damaging or which are dangerous to humans' life.
Okay. Uh, in my opinion, who wants to go in extreme sport, they want any kind of feeling for this sport. If you did any kind of extreme activity, you feeling amazing feeling, amazing. How can I say? Amazing. Чувство. Amazing. I'm sorry. Amazing. Any kind of feelings. For and about hard rising. Hard rising. In my opinion, it's very interesting. And if horse run the fast, you feeling such in the car because horse running very fast and they can't shake it when he run. I know because every autumn read a horse in my neighbor's horse. That's all. Thank you.
Except for that, there are a lot of sports which are very dangerous, for humans' life. In my opinion, car racing, horse riding also, and mountain climbing, skiing also sometimes can be dangerous for humans' life, because car racing and boxing also, in my opinion, they are very dangerous for humans' life. But for example, the sportmen who go in for these kind of sports are very rich. Maybe they can earn a lot of money, much money from these sports, but from another side, they are harmful, of course. They are risk-taking sports.
So, would you like to have a try at those life-threatening sport types? Why not?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you say.
Would you
If you have
like
a
to?
chance, if you have a chance, what do you think you can try such kind of dangerous sports in the regards of your health?
I had a chance, I would never going for, or I would never do such kind of sports, because how can I say, I like the sport like swimming or tennis, yeah, this kind of sport, and gymnastics also, I love them, but how could I say, but I don't want to risk my life to earn much money.
If I had the chance, I will do or will be participate this kind of unuseful or just dangerous sports because it gives a lot of energy and it was amazing for me. And if I go media park or little park just like that parks, I will do high or big just like attractions.
Honestly, I would as well have a crack at those external type of let's say entertaining stuff. For instance, I have thought about jumping out of parachute, although I'm really scared and feel really strong fear that I still can't suppress about the high. I would probably even get into this type of sport. I have thought about jumping out of parachute.
I'm also on the side of you. Just if I have a chance, if I had a chance, I would go at some type of sports, although I'm aware of their danger. I think this is the best way to exit from my comfort zone. I mean, just I am accustomed to my sedentary way of life, but this jumping from parachute or mountain climbing, such kind of activities just would help me to feel revitalized more, and just this is the best way in my opinion.
I think this kind of sports especially are suitable for guys, not for girls, in my opinion, either because usually women are afraid of from the hate and of course and sometimes they are afraid of taking risks. Last year, for example, I tried to experiment to make experiment from the hate with the attraction as you mentioned it. And then I was so afraid of, and then I cried, I shouted a lot. And at that time I knew that I have bad feeling from the hate. And as for boxing, I never want to make experience with boxing or car racing, but sometimes we have in my region we have such kind of zone that you can for example drive such kind of looks like the cars you can drive looks like car racing in car racing. And at that time sometimes when I go to my hometown, sometimes I try to drive because it's very easy to drive but it's a little bit dangerous, but they are faster compared to race cars. That's why sometimes it's a lot of fun, and of course I enjoy it.
Can I speak?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. If I had chance, I try to do any kind of very extreme activity before I when I achieve my goals. No. After when I achieve my goals, or when I go in the army to do my responsibility in my motherland. Uh, I I want to enter it in the what can I say in snipers. What can I say snipers group or type of soldiers. For me, for my opinion, if a person faces any kind of dangers, they feeling как شكران عليك in their life. Thank you, everybody.
Great. Would you let any of your family members to have a try those sport activities?
Sorry, I don't understand because it's problem with network. Can you repeat your question? Sorry.
Yes, of course. So, would you let your family members to have a try at those extremal
Yeah.
sport types?
No, if I my family member want to participate or want to participate this kind of sports or activities, I can't let because my family connections health is really need for me and I love them. Therefore, I can't let for doing this work. And I am afraid of this kind of actions, which is my family connection. Have to use it.
And what do you think if they're so interested in? I mean, if they cannot live without that, without trying at such kind of sports, or if they have some how can I say, natural interest or natural aptitude for such sports. And what do you do then?
Shahnazahan, I am absolutely agree with you because our family members for us really very valuable, and if they feeling any kind of pain, you feeling much more than they.
What do you mean by that? Family members, do you mean that your family members, for example, if you have family members and then you cannot, you don't, or for example, you don't have a right to allow them sometimes because you can be elder or you can be younger than them, and maybe your parents also, you cannot allow your parents. If you mean about children, for example, if my children really want to participate such kind of sports, and then I can allow them to go in for, but only for boxing or for horse riding. Horse riding is also one of the most interesting sports in the world, and of course it makes maybe adrenaline, just it gives such kind of feelings, yeah, for example emotion, and of course risk taking and adrenaline of course for them, and boxing also a little bit safer than compared to car racing or compared to mountain climbing. That's why I can allow, as for me, if my children really want to participate or to go in for this kind of sports, I can only allow them for horse riding and boxing. And the other sports that I mentioned before are really dangerous for them.
So I guess that it's time to talk about
Yeah, also
another
I agree.
topic.
So
Shahrazad, please share your opinion.
yeah, yeah, okay, I agree with the Sultan's opinions. If I am a leader for my dad or for my mother, or if I have a new family in the future, I can't let my dad or for my mother
Is there any
for
next
doing
question?
this kind
I think we better move on.
of activities for doing. But nowadays, I have not new family, therefore I am not leader for my dad or for my mother. Anyway, my family's house or my family's life is really important in my life or during my life.
Oh boy, let's go. Another question.
Hey students, do you have any interesting question that is valuable to discuss? Let's share
My
and then maybe we can solve it together.
developed times.
If you aren't against, and then I have one question to discuss. It's about school subjects. Is it really important to study all the subjects at school, or we have to learn, students have to learn only special subjects that they need?
So I think that's a really important question.
I think
I
that
I regard that it's no longer
everybody should
necessary.
study all the subjects that have been given.
Can I speak?
Because of what? Because of the people's future. People don't know what to. Oh, may I? So I
Okay,
have
okay.
waited a long
Let's do
time to speak, to get up the
first
stage. So,
to
uh,
Mali and then
so I
Mubina.
think
Can
that
we?
well, it's difficult to take an order from the speaker among them. So the question is, every subject should be taught, educated in the schools because of what? Because children and then the teenagers do not know in the future what specialty they will require because when they study based on their specialty, for example, math and physics, in the end, when they grow up, at that time they do not like working in this sphere. So what will do? And they have no basic foundations. They haven't have they didn't have the course that given because that all subjects should be taught because of the what foundation is very really important. If one of them is not uh, uh, one of them they didn't study, and then next one is can be a come to a chance to lead their life, I guess, because this is really important. Thank you.
I think it's no longer important to study all the subjects at school because some children, some teenagers especially, have already chosen their fields. And as well, there are some type of subjects which could be done by maybe by pupils, not at school, maybe themselves. Such as, what do you think of like physical activities? Yeah, and for those who have chosen the field of language, what's the necessity of physical activities? And I don't understand. This is, I think, time consuming and wasting time if they indulge in this kind of things at school. And as well, this could be done like by themselves, maybe at their home by taking some regular activities. And as well, art. What do you think of this? And for those who have just natural aptitude for art, they could do something at school. But for others who are no longer interested in this, or just maybe who don't know anything or don't know how to draw or like that, I think this is just time consuming for like for indulging this type of subjects.
I guess that all subjects are really crucial for children because, in my opinion, to my knowledge, critical thinking could be only developed if students would have access to different kind of subjects that would definitely let them to think much more critically, would help them to develop their critical thinking.
Dears our speakers, let's begin next question.
We have just begun this year just about the importance of subjects, school subjects. Like children need to study all of them, or it's not necessary.
Yeah, if I speak about it, all kind of thought-provoking or important subjects are really need for pupils during the study time or during the develops in pupils' life. I think it is really neat because this kind of important subjects given by government or given by our society. And also, schools
Course.
director have to speak about it every day for pupils, uh, which are you must achieve a best grade or you are a very good pupil in the school. Therefore, I give a Fahri Yorliq or just like that sentence.
I want to change the question a little bit. Do you think academic success means like a professional success? Does it mean like if you are good at subjects, different subjects, does it mean that you're going to have better future from professional life?
Although their academic skills are good enough, in their work positions they won't be capable of getting promoted. This not always means that if people have a great academic knowledge, it won't definitely like lead to a particular professional success in their further life.
Yeah, I also think like that. I mean, there are some kind of fields which no longer require some academic skills, or there are some people who have diploma or university degrees, but have no any experience in their own field of study. And there are some type of people as well who have not graduated the university, but who have been experienced in their field of study. And I think those could achieve something in their branch.
As it was said, there are some fields where academic knowledge isn't required. For instance, people who want to be involved in entertaining industry probably don't have to know about this maths or how to resolve equations. The only thing they have to master is their like artistic band or their aptitude in particular field. This could lead to professional success without having any academic knowledge.
There are a lot of important subjects in the school for everybody or for only pupils. I think all of them are not a need for pupil.
And one example for this, I think IT could be like this does no longer require more academic skills or some theoretical knowledge, but if you have experience, you can work yourself in your home maybe, or in some international companies as well.
But anyway, some people have to choose or have to prefer this kind of some important subjects for teaching. For example, here you give an example, IT company. I think English teachers in the school, English teachers get used to teaching in a simple grammar or read stories. More and more time, this kind of actions are teaching by teachers.
Can I speak?
Yeah, Sultan, you can speak.
Okay, my name is Abdulkader, and if I say about school subjects, maybe all of them important to create our talents, because when people are the younger enter in school, they they not understand what they not know about these talents. If they before they know about this talent, they can't choose these subjects maybe. for me. Thank you.
People have to any profession or any kind of occupation always requires basic academic knowledge. So it never signifies that if professions that do not require academic certificate or diploma, this never means that you have to give up studying. Every profession always requires basic knowledge um, of math, of languages. So I guess that knowing
Dear, dear, sorry for interruption. Just speak louder. We couldn't hear you.
better.
You know, I think.
Is it better now?
Yes, yes, it's
Okay.
clear.
So also like many people think that if I could be one of those like celebrities and be engaged in like entertaining industry, I don't have to study at all. This is not right. Every sphere, every occupation, every time requires academic basic knowledge of subjects. It's required wherever you go. So we don't have to give up studying if we think that academic skills are not so greatly or firmly required.
One of the things that is not usually discussed about subjects and professional life is how schools with topics and subjects to prepare students for better life when improving their discipline, when improving their daily scheduling, daily planning. So this is another aspect that students receive unintentionally when studying at the school or university, while at the same time improving their discipline that is needed while working as an adult. If you want to change the topic to more like profession, what is number one thing that you pay attention while choosing a job?
Obviously, my interest and like my ability to do. If there is the best subject, but I'm not good at it, or I could no longer do it without some intent, I think that's not my cup of tea. I can say couldn't choose it, although it's so interesting. And by regarding my interests and my abilities, I could choose. And on the other hand, I think if I want to stay at my country, this is the first thing to like, how can I say, to select job by availability of them. You know, there are several fields but not available in our country. I think that's being one obstacle for today's youngsters as well. But there are several occupations in developed countries. This is somehow like this is not comfortable for some people to go overseas for working. And in this case, regarding the availability of jobs in one's own country is also crucial.
Like while choosing or picking up my line of business, definitely I would look forward my passion. If this thing definitely would be my ambition, thing that I desire. Definitely, this aspect would be the priority in selection of my future job.
Well, while selecting job, I think the prior reason while choosing job, people have to focus on their mind, the interest of it, because that people who will able to work in this company or in a different types of place in their whole life, so they have to give more attention for them. So many people nowadays are giving attention just the salary of company. If it's so higher, they just want to work. However, they cannot learn anything from while working in this company. So I think it should be interesting if they work in this kind of company. They have to give more attention, just learn and work within a team and just get to the responsibility for something and uh, to solve something in their life and achieve something. I mean,
Yeah, you said so right things. People don't have to look forward getting money, but besides enjoying the process of working has to bring them pleasure and satisfaction. In that case, they will definitely feel inner peace and inner self satisfaction about themselves. The prior thing that people have to look is the enjoyment that they're gonna obtain throughout working process. This is the first and the least thing people have to seek for.
From another point as well, we need to regard the salary of like the job we are choosing for, we are selecting, because there are some companies which are so unfair. Okay, let's take an example. You are going to work, you are going to occupy in particular work by spending most energy or by working from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And during your monthly payment is just only, let's take minimal price, like maybe 500,000 sums. Yeah. And would you work there? Would you work by spending your energy and by being in this company from morning till evening, and by not spending socializing with your family members, so friends? I think this is not worth. And regarding this aspect of it is also important in another from other hand.
Yes, probably. Getting furthermore, having a high paid salary would be a form of motivation and something that pushes them towards working hard. People consider having quite adequate amount of salary as something that always pulls them up whenever they feel that they're not getting enough enjoyment while working. This could be their ambition of getting enough money or postponing money for particular purpose and then leaving their job. But for particular period, money could be considered as something that pushes people towards success.
Guys, give your opinion.
well, if I was given a chance, I wouldn't also want to work in this kind of company which pay just 500,000 sums for me. If I also work from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., it's very, very it's not good. I mean, because that student, I mean, adult studied just 4 year in university. However, if a people who don't study in university or has not the ability to do something and has no experience, it might be good for them just taking 500 sums, 1,000 sums for their career. However, I think if people have studied a lot and just want to achieve their life for something, I think, yeah. And another point, well, the price of and just the payment salary, I mean salary of their work is nothing. Just they have to, if it's so interesting, it's not in, I mean they have to work in that place that they occupied or that they want to develop in this kind of company. They they should not focus on their mind, just the salary of their work, because if they want to learn something, it's enough. It's adequate for them, I think. Everything has two sides, you know.
Yeah, okay, let's imagine you are, how can I say, you are in the most unpleasant situation according to your finance, and you have no any money. You really, really need to occupy in particular place and take particular amount of money according to your work. And what will you do in this kind of situation? And you say, okay, it's enough for me. I can work there from morning to evening, but just it's not important. Money is not important for me. I think you don't say this because some people really, really need money. I mean, while you're on your beam ends. Yeah.
Well, however, money is not the prior thing in people life. People just some of people might, yeah, especially majority of people enter to the company just taking lots of money and taking lots of salary. However, people should believe that if they are just devolving to the company or any different types of international companies, they have to focus on their mind, just learn something and get work within a team. And I think, yeah, money salary is not nothing for me. It's my in my perspective. However, yeah, another circumstance, you know, money is also very, very significant thing for our life, because if we hadn't money we couldn't live anymore. And moreover, everything with money, if we want to study also there and work there, it might be extra payments we have to pay also for the company. And moreover, however, I mean, what I want to say with my sentence, just people focus on their mind, just learn something from that company and work within team without giving attention to the seller of company. I mean,
Okay, just regard the real life. In real life, what will you do? Okay, you can say, okay, I can take 500,000 students who are working from morning to evening. You can say, but regard this, you really need money. You have no any money even for catching a bus. What will you do? Just don't say like some kind of theoretical things, or just don't say like writing an essay or like that. It's also possible to write this in the essay, but in real life, what will you do?
well, let's see. Okay, let's talk about science. Just they don't work anywhere. However, they spend all of their time just work on their, let's see, their work. You know, just create something. However, nobody give their money while creating that thing. After creating the gadget or device, just very, very necessary for life, they that might be given money for them. However, scientists just spend all of their time for their work and get to the bottom of creating something. Just, I think, yeah, let's imagine nowadays in real life, I wouldn't work in this kind of place. However, just I am giving some examples and I'm giving some extra informations for this kind of view. However, yes, if I was given a chance, I couldn't work this place just from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. just for 500,000 sums. However, I'm just saying the negative, positive side of working in that place just for, yeah, this kind of money is worthless. It's not important. Just I'm giving the positive side. All of you guys say the negative side of working from 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. However, just I gave some example, just positive side of it. Everything has two sides. So yes, if I was given a chance, I would choose your opinion. Just I wouldn't work there.
Okay. Okay. So guys, I think that's enough. Yeah. Time is already
Yes.
8.
Yeah, dears, don't forget to send our conversation record to our groups, IWC or Intellect Leaders.
Hey, have a good night. Wish you all the best and hope you enjoyed today's conversation.
Yes,
Yes.
thanks all of you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Thank